Well, hello. My name is Julie, and my channel is not dead yet, and you're not dead yet. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about feeling, feeling invisible and feeling invisible after a certain age. Now, I went to the Googles just to see if this was really a thing because I'm feeling it right now. So I went to the Googles, and you know what they told me? They said in a 2016 study, they wanted to find women and men to see which sex felt more invisible. And as you can imagine, it was the women.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
And 70% of women feel invisible, and they feel invisible 50 and after. Whereas the men, only 32% felt invisible, and they started feeling invisible. I don't know why they gave me a specific number, but it was 64 and above. So interesting, right? So if you're feeling like when you go to the grocery store or when you go out for dinner that you feel invisible, you're not wrong. You know, we're in the great United States, which also doesn't really have a good handle on dealing with people that are aging. Most other countries, I think, are much better at helping their aged population, whether it's children, whether it's a family unit, whether it's the actual state or country themselves. We don't really have that luxury here. Even healthcare. I don't know about you, but I'm a little worried when I have to take more medications than I do now, which is, I take estradiol. Am I going to have to pay? How much am I going to have to pay? You have older people that are really worried about that. So even our healthcare system has this issue. But then knowing that, what do you do about it? What do you do about it? And because it is really easy to go, are you sure you're really feeling that way? But it's true. And I've experienced this one other time before, and I can tell you when. Most of my life, because I was a 310-pound woman, and I was that from age 20 on until my early 40s. And I was completely invisible to most people. And I grew up that way. I was a fat kid, fat adult. And after losing some weight, I found I wasn't as invisible as I was when I was heavier. And I kind of feel like it's going back that way as I get older and kind of becoming invisible. So how do you combat that? Let me tell you, I have 5 things that can combat it. The first is make really strong connections, whether it's with family members, whether it's with friends, whether it's in a group setting. Make strong connections and get out. Get out of the house, get out and about, go to group meetings, whatever it takes. Because I think so many times when we feel invisible, I know this happened to me when I was younger, when you feel invisible, you kind of retract from life and you don't want to interact with people because you're like, oh, well, I'm kind of invisible, so it doesn't really matter. But it does. It does for your well-being. Number 2 is research things that you have absolutely no clue about or you have some preconceived notions about. And the reason why I say that is because you may find that some of the things that you have some preconceived notions about are wrong. Who knew? But research some of those things. It's interesting, right? Very interesting to figure that one out. Another one is keep learning. I don't know if you've seen or known somebody who has gone back to school at age 70. They went back to college. That is so inspiring. And they were able to study and learn about different things. And I can tell you that is one of the greatest gifts that we have, is making new connections in our brain and learning from everything. Anything that you're interested in, learn about it. And then number 4 is my favorite, because I talk about this all the time, is get out of your comfort zone. It's really easy to stay in the house. I know, because I have 2 jobs that are remote and I don't want to leave my chair because I have other stuff to do. And, I don't like to disengage from my house and then go outside and do things that are uncomfortable. But I'm talking do things that really make you feel like, ew, I don't know if I can do that or not. Because once you get that mental toughness and you start doing the things that make you uncomfortable, you get excited about it. So I really do think that it makes you feel alive, it makes you have a purpose. And I think that is so, so important. And then the last one, and it sounds so trite, it does, but the last one is walk every day. And the reason why I say walk every day is because when you get outside, you get that light coming in on you, the world just kind of falls apart. I shouldn't say falls apart, it falls away. So you feel like I can breathe again, even just walking around the block every day. I can't tell you how much walking has changed my life. I walk in the morning, I walk at night, I walk whenever I can, and even in yucky weather, I walk because it makes me forget about some of the things that are happening that I don't love. Whatever it is for you, whether it's work, whether it's overwhelm, whether it's stress, when you walk, you just feel like, and this sounds goofy, but you kind of get to be one with nature. I try to walk without my music because it makes me feel like I am involved with the things that are around me. I think so many things all at once that I don't have the wherewithal a lot of the time to really focus on things that are important. And the things around me when I go walk are important and I can focus better. So, in closing, those 5 things, so important. I would love to know your thoughts. And if you're a 50 something woman, do you feel invisible? I know my experience is I do, but do you?